Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you an easy way to restore your cPanel backup from one hosting provider to another. Let's assume that you're fed up with your current web hosting provider that you're using right now and you want to migrate to using another web hosting provider. Now make sure you watch till the end of this video while I'm going to show you how to do that in few minutes. Let's get started into it. One obvious thing that you're going to be needing is the cPanel backup file, which I have right here. In another video, I'm going to show you how you can get a cPanel backup for the entire website, including the databases and every other thing. But for this video, I've already gotten the cPanel backup file for the entire website, and you can see that right here. The file extension is usually .tar. So I have this already, and I already have a new cPanel, which of course I got from HostCreed.com. So you can head over to HostCreed.com and you can get a good, secure and cheap web hosting from there. Let me show you what HostCreed looks like. Okay, so from my screen, you can see, just head over to HostCreed.com and you can get any of their hosting packages, which is very much affordable. You can see they have offshore hosting right here, as well as reseller hosting, email hosting, and web hosting, which is normally the shared hosting. If you click on the hosting tab, you're gonna see a lot more of what they offer, right? So I've already gotten my cPanel, so I'm just gonna close this up and head back to my cPanel. Okay, what I need to do right now is to head over to the file manager section, click on that. So normally we head to the public_html to upload our file content. And you can see we have nothing right here. It's absolutely empty. Okay, normally if we're building a new website, what we need to do is to come over to the public_html and go ahead and upload our file content, right? But that is not exactly what we're going to do right here. Now let's head up one level again, so we'll get to the /home/the username, right? So this is usually the home directory. We call this the home directory. Okay, so don't move up to the public_html. Immediately click on the file manager from the cPanel. The first page that you're being directed to, this is the home directory right here. It's not the public_html. So what you need to do when you're here is just click on upload right here and go ahead and select the cPanel file over here and drag and drop it just like this. But for this video, I've already uploaded it, and you can see the following file already exists on the server. So for the sake of the length of the video, I've already uploaded the file in case of network glitches, issues, and speed as well. No, I'm not going to override that, but this is exactly how you can go ahead to upload the cPanel backup file. Okay, so when you're done, click on go back. And over here, you're going to see the file that you uploaded. What we need to do right now is to go ahead and right click on the file and extract the file. Okay, so let's just go ahead and extract the file, extract files. And here we go, I click on close, and over here we can see the extracted folder, right? So when I go ahead and open up the extracted folder, you can see the file content. So what you need to do right now is to listen attentively. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to where it says the home there, which means the home directory, right? So I'm going to double click on that. Just go ahead and open that directory. And here you can see a folder called the public_html. Also head into the folder right there, and you can see all the content of the public_html from the old cPanel. And now all we need to do is to click and select all. So before I do that, go ahead and click on the settings and make sure you have the show hidden file selected. Select that and click on save. So right now, when you go ahead and click on select all, click on move. So now we're trying to move all the file content to this directory, which I'm going to show you right now. Let's go ahead and remove all these. So I'm going to move them to /public_html and another /. So you need to be very, very much careful and aware of where you move the files to. So I'm moving it to /public_html, another /. Now when I click on move, and you can see all the files here are gone. No, I'm not going to save that, cancel that. So when I head to the home directory first, and here, let's go over to the public_html. And you can see we have all the files here right now. Now the website is not going to come up immediately just because we have the files and the folders in the public_html. So we need to do a few more things to be able to get our website up and running. And the few more things that we need to do is to create a database user, link the user to the database, and also grant the user the privileges to manage the database. And as well, we need to link the website to the database, right? And finally, we need to upload the SQL file gotten from the cPanel backup. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to head back to the cPanel home right now, and from the databases section, I'm going to click on the database wizard. And right here, let me quickly create a new database. So let's call it this. I'm going to hit next step, and I'm just going to call the user this. And I'm going to click on create user. And here, I'm going to click all privileges right here to go ahead and select all of them, and click on make changes. As simple as that. We're going to head to create a database user, grant the user the privileges to manage the database. So here you can see I have the user called this and the database called this. So since I use the same term for the both, I'm just going to go ahead and copy one of them. So let me copy one of them and head back to the public_HTML. And here we can see we have the wp-config.php file. That's the file that we want to edit to be able to connect the database. So right now, I'm going to right click on the file and click on edit, and of course edit once more. And here we go. We have the database name right here, the database user, and also the password. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and replace those three things right here. Okay, so for this, I'm going to do this. For this as well, I'm going to do this, paste that. And the password, let me go ahead and enter the password right here. And lastly, I click on save changes. And that's all I've got to do to be able to create the database and connect it to the website. Now, the last thing to do is to upload the SQL file. And where do we get the SQL file? Let's head back to the file manager. I'm going to close this up. And from here, let's go back to the home. That's home directory that we're just coming from. And let's also head to the extracted folder, which is this. Open that up. And from this directory, let's look for the folder called MySQL. And here we have that here, a folder called MySQL. I'm going to open that up. And right over there, we have our SQL file. You can see that this file right here, that is our SQL file. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's quickly download that. And as you can see, I already have that downloaded. I'm just going to head back to the cPanel, click on that. Let's head back to the cPanel home, and let's head to the PHP My Admin. So go to the databases section and click on the PHP My Admin. And over here, we can spot the database that we just created, which is this, the new DB, right? So I'm going to click on the new DB right there. And as you can see, it's well empty. That's why our website is not up yet. So right now, I'm going to click on import. Just the same way we go ahead to import an SQL file. Nothing different. So I click on choose file. And I'll go ahead and choose the file right there. And scroll the way down and click on import. Due to the size of the SQL file, it's going to take a little amount of time. So I'm just going to pause and get back when the import is complete. So as you can see, the import has been successfully finished. And right now, I can tell you that the website should be up and running. So let's head back. Let me head back to the cPanel and click on the website URL, the domain name right there. And let's see. Boom, we have it, guys. The website is now up and running. So what we have done is uploaded the cPanel backup file to the home directory, and we extracted it, and we also moved the public_HTML files down to the public_HTML for the new cPanel. And the next thing we did was to create a database, and also the database user linked the user to the database, as well as granted permissions to the user to manage the database. And then we went ahead to open up the wp-config.php file and also linked the database to the file. And by so doing, we successfully linked the website files to the database that we just created. And lastly, we now went ahead to upload the SQL file from the PHP My Admin. And here we have the website up and running. And mind you, this right here is a WordPress website. So how do we access the WordPress website admin dashboard? Now let's see that. Now if I head over to the address bar and add up /wp/admin or any other admin URL that you have, and then click on enter. And here you can see that WordPress admin login is up and running. So let me quickly go ahead and log into the admin dashboard. So we have successfully logged into the admin dashboard. You have to have in mind that whenever you move your WordPress website from the original cPanel to another cPanel, you will not be able to access the WordPress from the Softaculous because the record is not there in the new cPanel account. Like right here, if I head back to the cPanel and let's head to WordPress Manager by Softaculous. and you can see that from here we don't have any WordPress installation, although we have the WordPress website running. Okay, so the WordPress installation record is not here in this cPanel, but by the way, your website can function properly. Okay, you can rebuild it, you can install themes, you can install new plugins, you can log into the admin, you can do every other thing that you could do before, just that the WordPress installation is not here in this new cPanel account. So that leads you to only being able to log into the admin dashboard through the admin login page. And we've come to the end of the video. That's all I have for you in this video. If you truly enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any question as well, leave it in the comment section. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload another tutorial just like this one. I'm gonna see you in the next one.